Hello, good evening and welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Guru Murphinda or Tony. Inventory we're going to be doing today. We're going to be taking a stock inventory of what equipment we've got, certain items of equipment that we've got. Buckets, canes, tools, and other paraphernalia. Now, this time of year it's getting to a close really with the growing seasons, the main growing seasons, and we're harvesting stuff. But it's time to take stock of what you've got, or it is for me today. See what we can keep and see what we can ditch. We need to ditch. I've got loads of stuff knocking around. It's a right mess down here on these plots, and it needs to be organised and ordered. So that's what we're going to be getting on with today. Essential stuff. I think it's always a good idea to have a bucket list, isn't it? And that's mine. Not very inspirational as a bucket list, is it? But I'm trying to sort of catalogue all the stuff that we've got, as I say. So we're looking through the Asda cut flower buckets, small, medium, large. How many of them have we got that are serviceable? Builders handled buckets, black or orange, large decorative, small decorative, the 30 litre spud buckets, and any others that we might come across. Right, so container growing is great. And by container growing, I'll show you in a minute what I mean. It's ideal for sort of patio areas, balconies, small spaces really. If you're restricted for your space and you're growing area, then growing in buckets and containers is probably the option for you. And as you can make out here, we've got an abundance of containers, buckets and planters to choose from. It's amazing what you find when you actually start tidying things up on an allotment. So yeah, even on an allotment plot you can find good use for planters and containers like this. These ones are actually, they're relatively expensive in my eyes. The big ones I think were about £4.50. These are the decorative type. They're about £3.50. I think they were actually about £1 each. Those, they weren't too bad from B&M Bargains. And these types, £1.50. You're talking about that for the actual decorative buckets and what have you. I think that one was, I've just found that one. I don't know where that's come from. It was probably on the plot when I first got the plot, about 3 years ago, along with a couple of other bits and pieces. But what we're looking at here are growing containers or buckets that were used by the supermarkets for cut flowers. So the cut flowers go in there for display. And there comes a point then where they just want to get rid of them. Now, Morrison's used to do them 10 for £1. And I did get a few from Morrison, and then I just asked the question one time when I went in the local Tesco's, which is close to the allotment plots. They had a compound at the back where they were just storing them all, and it's where Mick gets his from, and he got loads for free. They just chuck them out. So what I did is I went down to the local Asda, which is close to me, and they have 3 different types of bucket. The long stems, the medium and the short and the smaller flowers. And what you want to do really is try this. Go into your local supermarket. We use Asda or Walmart as it is in America, and explain to them what you want to do with the buckets. Ask them about the buckets and just say to them, well, what it is we're doing potatoes. We're going to be growing our own potatoes or carrots and things like that, and I'm going to be doing it with my son or my grandson or whatever. Is there any chance we could have a couple of buckets off you? And well, that's what I did anyway, and we ended up getting them, and we get them on a regular basis. We have been doing for the last 2 years. We've been picking up these buckets for nothing, for no pounds, no shillings, and no pence, and we've been using them down here on the allotment, and we've also been giving away to people, like I've just given 6 or 7 away there to Old Barry, to use for various vegetables. I mean, these deep ones, the 14-inch deep buckets, are ideal for carrots. You can get a good 20 or 30 carrots growing inside those buckets. And we did that this year, and we had great results from them. So you can use them for carrots, you can use them for potatoes, you can use them for, growing them inside the polytunnel. You can do your tomatoes, your cucumbers, peppers, all in the buckets. And what we're going to be doing as well this year is we're going to be trying to do cabbage and cauliflower in these smaller ones. These are like 10-inch ones, 10-inch buckets. So a single plant per bucket, and we're going to try that, growing them indoors, starting off indoors and growing them inside the polytunnel or the greenhouse, and we'll see how we get on with those as well. Like, you know, I'm thinking Chinese cabbage will be ideal. One Chinese cabbage plant in each one of those will be the perfect size, either indoor or outdoor. I'm rambling on about the buckets now, aren't I? But like I say, we'll just stop checking what we've got. So I'll tally up, I'll do the bucket count of the bucket list, and we'll see what we've got. So this is our tally up. The small has the buckets, those ones, which are 10-inch deep by about 10-inch round. We have, if it'll focus, 15 of those. Medium, we've got 31 of those. Large, we've got 24. And when I say large, those are 14 inches deep, ideal for carrots. Those are ideal for potatoes, new potatoes, salad potatoes, 1 potato per bucket. If you've been watching our channel, you'll have seen us growing lots and lots of stuff in these. And them, I would suggest, for single plant brassicas and others. I mean, we've got these here, these will be ideal for carrots. Sort of small to medium carrots, or even onions and garlic, as I say. Those buckets, again, whatever you want to grow in them, that'll be a decent one for carrots or spuds. Same with these, whatever you want to try, really. I mean, the long oblong shaped ones, the long rectangular shape or deep rectangular shaped ones, they'd be good carrot buckets. These ones better for potatoes, probably 1 seed potato for each. We've got a load of those buckets there. We've got 12 of those. So, you know, we've got 8 of the 30-litre spud buckets, and you'd put 2 potatoes in there, probably either second earlies or main crops. You could probably get 2 plants into those. A lot of people do that with the 30-litre ones. And then you've got all your decoratives. Now, all the decoratives here, I'm thinking about doing flowers in them, putting flower bulbs in, or seeded flowers into those. And all you do with these is you just drill holes in the bottoms of them. So I'm going to check which ones have already been drilled with an 8mm drill bit, like that, 8 holes, and there's a few that don't have holes. So I'm just going to make sure they've all got drainage holes in them, and then we're laughing. Okay, so I've gone through my bucket collection, and what you've got to establish really is the ones that have been prepared already, i.e. they've got the drainage holes in, and the ones that haven't. The majority I've already done previously, but I have picked up a few there. There's about 20 or so that do need to have the drainage holes put in them. So I'll show you how simple that is. Really, really easy. So those are undrilled buckets as they stand at the moment. You can stack these Asda cut flower buckets on top of each other, and then the length of your drill being about 4 or 5 inches will go through, so you'll only need to make 1 cut or 1 hole, really, basically 8 holes rather, through the top bucket, and that will transfer down through all the other buckets underneath and save you a bit of time. You can stack them sort of 5 high. So all you do basically is take your drill with your 8mm metal bit and drill them. If you've seen this before on the channel, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. Easier with 2 hands. I'll show you when they're all drilled out, but that's as simple as it needs to be, and as complicated as it needs to be. You're putting drainage holes in, so I'll just get them all done then, and we'll get back to that in a short while. So yeah, nice, simple, even drainage, 8 holes there with the 8mm drill bit. And it's gone down there through the 5 buckets. So they'll all be the standard same pattern through all 5 buckets. That's as easy as pie, really. All you need is the drill. So if you haven't got a drill, borrow one along with a bit. Okay, 2 minutes later and 20 drainage hole drilled buckets completed. Now your only issue with these is when you stack them on top of each other, they tend to form a vacuum and they're very difficult sometimes to pull them apart. So if they're stacked up on top of each other like that, yeah, they can be sometimes a right pig, especially if they've been stood together for a while, like this one, to pull apart. So in order to save yourself a lot of frustration next time, this is what you do. Dead easy, right? You get some stones, or anything really that's of some girth. Get a couple of them, chuck them in the bucket like that, and then place the other bucket on top. And what that does is prevent any vacuums from forming, keeps them separated and easy to part from each other when you require them. So that's all I'm going to be doing. We're going to put a couple of stones in like that. Get in the other bucket. It's hard for do with one hand, this, you know. I tell you. See how difficult sometimes it is to get them apart. Like that, and you get that separation there between them, and you don't get them sticking together. So I'm going to crack on and do all the lot. Alright, so as I say, 2 or 3 stones in each one. All you're doing then is going like this. They're all separated, no vacuums form, dead easy to separate again. No sticky issues at all whatsoever. Job's a good one. Dead simple, dead straightforward. Happy days. So there we are, all stacked up, neat, ordered, friction free. That's a good trick, that, boys and girls, you know. If you're doing them in buckets like that, containers. It certainly does help you, makes it so much easier when you try and separate them. They're not actually stuck together. It is a pain in the backside when you get about 3 or 4 all jammed together. You end up breaking one to get them out. So yeah, they're all stacked and ready to be put away now. Drainage holes in. We know all the drainage holes are in. We know they're going to be loose and easy to separate next time when we want to use them. And they're ordered in size. So all that remains now is to get them into the Lady Farmer's black shed up at the top, the 6 foot by 4 foot shed, the little one. We were left all together with 5 that were broken and split and what have you, and so they're going to be going down to the recycling centre. But we managed to retain, as you can see there, tons and tons and tons, well over 100. Okay, so we've got about a 4 foot by 4 foot space there in the little shed. Utilise your space, make as much use of your space as you can. Needs a good clean out in here though, but that can wait till next year. We'll get the buckets in, and happy days. There we go, all neatly stacked and stowed away. We'll be seeing them again in about 5 months' time. Okay, so I hope you found that useful about the container growing in buckets. How to store them, how to acquire them, how to prepare them with your drainage holes and all that kind of carry on. And yeah, get on it. It's the cheapest way we've found of doing it, to be honest with you. And if you're a bit cheeky like me, you can always get the buckets for free. I'm not guaranteeing that, neither are Walmart, but we've been doing it now for the last couple of years, and it's happy days. It's the local Asda that's round the corner from us, the sort of Asda local, the smaller one. and they save us for them, they save them for us, and we take them. And I think we gave them one or two of them some spuds last year as a thank you sort of thing. And yeah. So I mean, all those ones that you saw there on that little video, we've had twice as many as that. We've given a load of them away. We're always giving them away because you can get about 10 a week. You call and get. It's the cut flower buckets, the display buckets that the cut flowers go in. So yeah, please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button if you haven't already, and then you hit the all one, so it's a bell, and then it's all, and then you get reminders on all the videos that we're putting up, and you don't miss another exciting episode down on the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Guru Murphinda. Remember, we love you all. Keep growing with your head down, and if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. Bye bye now, boys and girls. Take care of yourselves. Ta-da.